It's your boy Daniel, aka Sunshine of the S&D podcast, and I'm here with my brother Dion, aka.
D Son.
We are also joined by the wonderful and talented Mr. Bob Alvis of the Sports Buffet podcast. Bob, how we doing, sir?
I'm doing really well.
That's good, sir. And we are also joined by the one, the only, the UPS, Mr. Carolina Panther, aka Clemson Man, Mr. Scott Hodge. How we
No,
doing,
he
Scott?
says I'm doing great. Now he says talented, Bob. What are we talking talents?
Not
Bob
many.
does a lot for his podcast. That's why I gave his podcast a shout out. You know, he keeps us
Pay
all
to
up to
pay to
date.
see.
We're going to get into this topic of discussion today that's been going around, and this is going to be a hot topic. NFL Hall of Fame. They had the Hall of Fame announcement, and this was just the names for this class of 2026. Now, I'm going to name them, and I want you guys to tell me if you all agree with the ones that got in there, or if there's one on that list that you think that shouldn't have got in there, and then we'll talk about it. Starting off, we got Drew Brees. I think we all can agree Drew Brees was the first ballot, no doubt. Bob's a New Orleans Saints fan, so I already know he's going to give it a thumbs up. Next up, we got Larry Fitzgerald. Yeah, yeah,
The dude that almost never dropped the pass. Yeah, I'm
yeah.
definitely giving it to him.
Next
Almost
up,
never dropped a pass.
Clutch his hands ever.
yes.
Yes.
Next up, we got Mr. Carolina, Luke Kuechly.
Definitely well deserved.
Now, these last two, I feel like they could have been debatable, in my opinion, because of who's potentially Adam Vinatieri and Roger Craig.
Roger Craig, no question. He should have been in long
1000%.
ago.
Yes. He's
Okay.
got the hardware.
What about Adam
He's got the
Vinatieri?
hardware. Roger Craig was also the first 1,000 yard runner and 1,000 yard receiver in a season.
Okay.
And he's got the hardware with San Francisco. I mean, he's got the hardware. That alone should carry him into there. And Vinatieri is a top 3 kicker all time, even though it was a clutch over Carolina.
I could argue Vinatieri.
I was going to say, I can argue that because now I'm going to tell you the names that have been left off of the 2026 ballot. I'm not going to do
There we
coaches.
go.
We're going to save the coach discussion for later on that one. But this is the quarterbacks that were left off: Eli Manning, Ken Anderson. Ken Anderson, I think he was fine to be left off. Eli could have debate because he's the
Yeah,
only
but there's
quarterback.
two different things on this though, because modern people had to be voted. The like Roger Craig got in on what's the version of the NFL's Veterans Committee. That's the same thing
Ooh,
Anderson would have gotten in on. So I don't think they're necessarily the
ooh,
same.
excuse me.
Eli, no way. Jose, I wouldn't put him in. No, nope, nope, nope.
For
Frank,
Eli, you'd have to compare him
At least
to
not
Drew
yet.
Brees. You're trying to compare Eli coming into the Hall of Fame to Drew Brees. No, there is no comparison. He won't
Well, I
be.
know one person here loves that ring talk more than anything, but I don't think you can put Eli in just because of that. And I know he beat Brady twice, but I mean, Eli's regular season numbers are
500
subpar
record.
at best.
well,
It is
if I'm
far.
there's one name off of this list that was left out that me personally, I'm going to put in over Adam Vinatieri, and that's Mr. Defensive line linebacker, Mr. Terrell Suggs. I think he should have been in over Vinatieri, in my opinion. That's just me. Call me crazy,
That's the only
but
one.
Reggie Wayne has like a fight for it, and Jason Witten, like those two have a fight, I think, for potentially. Frank Gore, he was also left off first. But
Frank Gore's total and all that is top 3. Well, is what, second? Second
Yeah.
all time record?
I mean, he kicked around a long time, which kind of helped
Yes.
him.
Yeah.
Wide receivers are not really given enough love in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion. So I'm not surprised about Reggie Wayne. I don't know what else
Hmm.
Jason Witten could do.
He was the total package as a tight end.
Yes, he was.
I mean, he
And
was a
then
menace. He was a menace in the 2000s. Tony Romo, I mean, he was a security blanket.
you
A
also had Darren Woodson that was
security
left
blanket.
off.
I'm okay with that.
Eh,
He'll probably be on it next year. He'll probably get
I
it
mean, the
next
thing
year.
about it is, you
Yeah,
know,
definitely.
I'm sure you're going to talk about this in a minute, Daniel, but it, I don't know. To me, I'm getting more to the point where we just have an up down. I think this first ballot, second ballot, third ballot, fourth ballot stuff is silly. It's good for debates, but I mean, either you're a Hall of Famer or you're not. And I looked this up because Major League Baseball, if you go back to the history of the since the Hall of Fame started, which I think is like 1930 in the 30s or something, Cy Young did not get in on the first ballot for the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame when he was up. He got in on the second. The man has an award named after him for the best pitcher, and he didn't get in on the first ballot. So that's changed my thinking altogether about Hall of Fames.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask this question. We already know my take on this. Michael Vick, first ballot Hall of Fame.
Nope.
No.
Who?
Michael Vick. I got two no's, so I'm just curious what your answer is.
I feel it's tarnished for him. If he didn't have that happen and that void of time to what he did. Now, pre that happened in Atlanta, absolutely.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
And then his stint in Philly was what, 2 years?
3.
Give or take? It was 3 years. But yes, that void right there in between is what's going to tarnish it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's I feel
Unfortunately.
it'll probably be like Pete Rose.
The
I
stint
wouldn't
in
say
Philly
it's
was 5, by the way.
Say that one more time.
The stint in Philly was 5.
Oh,
Oh.
that's
Oh,
right.
okay.
Because he backed up.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Sorry. Me
That's
personally,
right.
he revolutionized the game for quarterbacks. I truly think he deserves it. And yes, yeah, he did what he did was wrong, and he paid the price for it. And he lost time to where he could have been making his argument for the Hall of Fame even more. But name me somebody before and after Michael Vick that has done what Michael Vick did when he first came into the league. Nobody before him did what he did. I mean, he was
other than Steve Young.
Thank you.
But even then, Michael Vick threw the ball. I think further, like he could throw the ball further than Steve Young, and he was very accurate when he threw the ball.
It doesn't come down to how far he can throw the ball. It's still, I mean, he could throw it 70 yards and miss it by 10 yards.
Yeah, but is it getting caught
DeMarcus
though?
Russell can throw the ball a long way.
That comes to Drew
DeMarcus
Brees.
Russell can throw the ball a long ways, and he ain't getting in the Hall of Fame unless he and I go together and buy a ticket.
He's struggling at Weight Watchers right now still. That comes down back to Steve to Drew Brees. Drew Brees couldn't throw it as deep as a lot of the bigger names are and everything like that, but he'll eat your ass up in shots 25, 30 yards down the field. Perfection in the numbers and the hands and all that. So, I mean, throwing it 70 yards downfield doesn't mean that you're great.
If it ain't getting caught, it definitely ain't gonna tell you, hey, you're great. You got a great arm, but are you hitting your targets? Are your targets catching these?
Look at Anthony Richardson right now.
But
he's
Vic
in the
did
same
hit his
right
targets.
now. He's 6'6", athletic, freaking nature, zero body fat, everything. You can run a 4.3, can throw 70 yards. He's sitting the bench.
Just me personally,
Swallowing Gatorade.
I still think Vic should be in the Hall of Fame. Yes, because if you look at his stint with Atlanta and then look at what he did when he came out of jail, like how many people get a second chance at an NFL career besides Michael Vick? I can only think of one other person.
We can ask Henry Ruggs soon. We'll see.
Jesus, good thing I won't drink water.
Bob, to answer, give you another little feedback. John Heisman was not a first ballot Hall of Fame. Also,
Oh,
Wonder if they ever had a Heisman Trophy come out. Maybe not.
he was inducted into the Hall of Fame in '54 as part of its early years. He was not part of the first inaugural class, but he was recognized.
So Michael Vick is not even in the top 100 in passing yards all time.
I beg your pardon?
Is Andrew Luck in that?
Unfortunately, yes.
Andrew Luck is 94th.
I was going to say he was in the 90s last I checked.
He's still young enough. He can come back and play another 5 years.
Yeah, he definitely.
So, all right. So y'all think Vic shouldn't be? All right, so let me ask this: Bill Belichick. Me personally, I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer for a coach.
See,
and if you tell me no, I'm going to argue you till you're blue in the face because that man has won Super Bowls galore.
Now, hear me out. I got a guy, and Daniel knows him. I got a guy that told me, and this dude I'm talking about is a Patriots fan. Sure, he drifted off because there was, sucking lemons, just saying. But anyway, so he told me the reason why he agrees that he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, not saying that he won't be a Hall of Famer, but not first ballot, is because of Tom Brady. Now, with that being said, I can see where he's getting that, but I still feel like that's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I'm guessing that's not enough to say he can't be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Now, here's another thing with Bill Belichick that still hangs over his head, and I don't care what nobody said. It is what it is. It happened. We all saw it in 4K, whatever have you. The cheating allegations, Spygate. Now, he still got 6 rings, even though it ain't all about rings, as we all say. Now that I said that, if he's going to be all in the Hall of Fame, and you still point out the fact that he spied on other teams. All right, bet he can be in the Hall of Fame. He's just going to forever have that asterisk beside his name. 6-time Super Bowl winning coach, but and that's just my 2 cents on
it. Me personally, you don't have Tom Brady without Bill Belichick.
And that's why he said what he said. But
as Bob
says,
you don't
have Tom Brady without Drew Bledsoe.
That's what I was getting. Exactly. That's, as Bob always says, the what if. What if Drew Bledsoe never gets hurt? Guess what? Well, you never see Tom Brady. But guess who was the head coach still for Drew Bledsoe? Bill Belichick. So therefore, you can't just say it's only because of Tom Brady that Bill Belichick has what he has. Mm-hmm. Because Bill Belichick had lost his quarterback and had to basically take a no-name Tom Brady who didn't get drafted in the first round and turn him into the star he was and do what he did. So
or
therefore,
the second round, or the third round, or the fourth round, or the fifth round.
He went in the 7th round, correct?
Yep.
6th.
The 199th pick or something like that?
Yeah. But you see my point?
That is a deep pick.
Sorry, 6th round. My bad.
Yeah, still pretty.
But that's my point as to why I think Bill Belichick's first ballot Hall of Famer, and the fact that he didn't get it, yeah, I disagree. And you may be right. It's probably because of the allegations that were against the Patriots. That's probably why. But to me,
I think a lot of this is for podcast talk and argument talk, though, because I hate to say I'm right, but I am. I think you're either a Hall of Famer or you're not. I think when we get down to 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever ballots, we're just getting into points to where guys can debate it at a barbershop or on a podcast or whatever. But at the end of the day, you're either a Hall of Famer and you're not. Do I agree with Daniel? Probably so on this one, because I can argue there are a lot of people. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is going to be a Hall of Famer, no doubt.
Yeah.
As of now, to my knowledge, he's not played any games without Andy Reid.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Joe Montana is tied to Bill Walsh more than anyone else in the world. I mean, there's a lot of people that are tied to their coach. Now, did they have maybe another one here or there? Sure, maybe. But I mean, a lot of people are tied to a coach. And I don't think you can say, like you said, I mean, it's chicken and egg with Brady and Belichick. What comes first type of thing,
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another one that's a Hall of Famer guaranteed as a coach, Andy Reid, without a doubt. If he don't get in, I am rioting.
Well,
Yeah, he won't.
now you got to stop. You got to slow down here, though. It's not about. You just said if he doesn't get in. Now we're talking about first ballot versus getting in. Bill Belichick's going to get in. I mean,
Well,
I
no, I
was
know.
just about to say that
I
too.
know, but then you also said take the things out of it. So that's why I'm saying that's why I didn't say first ballot for Andy Reid, even though in my opinion he should be.
take what things out of it?
Because you said take out of the ballots out of the Hall of Fame talk, and just say if you
I
get
said,
if you get in.
but going back to in 20 years, are we going to remember that Bill Belichick? Well, maybe we will with him. But for
I was gonna
most
say.
people, are we going to remember a first ballot versus a third or fourth ballot?
No,
I don't think so.
No, he'll be.
and that's
in the
why I
Hall
said
of
just
Fame.
take that off of the thing. In my opinion, Andy Reid, Hall of Fame, yes. I'm sure we all agree with that.
Well,
No, he will
we don't
get
have
an
that
instant.
discussion yet.
I
Well,
think
I'm asking.
he'll get a first ballot. Andy Reid will get a first ballot.
I mean, look at what he's done.
It's what 150 wins between two different
Two different
franchises.
franchises and three super. What?
Excuse me.
How many Super Bowls has he got? 3.
Yeah, three. Kansas City had one from so long ago. Then
Mm-hmm.
they've had a Super Bowl stretch for what, 5 years?
Yep.
Yeah.
He didn't get 150 in Philly, by the way.
Right.
125,
130.
130. Okay.
Oh.
I just like to, be that annoying kid in the back of the room.
You're
Saying,
fine.
So
Mr. Hodge is
Hey,
wrong.
keep it coming.
teacher."
Keep it coming. It
It
helps.
was a good number. It was a
So-
good win total.
we got
from
about
where he was.
we got a few minutes left. So let me just ask this. So I'm gonna throw out a few names. You just say yes or no. Hall of Fame. No first ballot. No, nothing. John Harbaugh.
No.
Yes or no?
No.
Oh, dang. Well,
Scott?
maybe I'm on that island by myself.
Not a first ballot. He won't be a first ballot.
I'm saying
But
take
he
the
will
ballots
make-
off. Simple yes or no. Is he getting in?
Yes.
All right, I got 2 yeses and a no. So I'm gonna go to Bob. Why do you say no?
I already said no.
No, I'm asking why though.
I mean, this is called Hall of Fame, not Hall of Very Good.
I agree with you. I mean, he hasn't really. You had Lamar Jackson as a quarterback. You had Derrick Henry as your running back. You had the best offense that the Ravens have seen since Flacco was there. Let's be honest. And you didn't win.
But I think Hall of Fame is reserved for your elite of elites. I mean,
Right.
there are only probably about 5 or 6 coaches that I would put in the Hall of Fame, period.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
And
So
I said earlier, he had an 0-5 start with the team they had this year. I mean, you can't sit there and excuse for injuries and all that, but I mean,
I'm not saying he's bad at all.
Right.
That did not come out of
he's
my
a
mouth.
good coach. He is a really good coach and has had people come to want to play for him. So I mean, that has to say something. And he's got the hardware.
Travis Kelce, yes or no?
No way.
That's a tough. In my opinion, that's a tough one.
All right, Scott.
I think they'll put both him and Mahomes in at the same time.
I could see that. How about let's go to Baltimore Ravens, Mark Andrews.
Here we go.
No.
Nope.
I'm just
Nah.
throwing names out, asking yes or no. Simple.
You're good.
Now, if it's a Hall of Fame for the franchise, then yeah. But we talking
Mark
about
Andrews
football
definitely for the Hall of Fame
overall.
for the team.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to think of a good Christian McCaffrey.
Yes. And I'll say his numbers because of that.
The thing about active players is I think it's so hard to say who's in, who's out because there's so much incompletes on a lot
Yeah.
of active players. And
Yeah.
the active players that you're going to name have been really good. I mean,
Okay,
Mahomes
so
to me 100%, 100% in. Out of active people, Stafford I think is 100% in too.
yes,
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, without a doubt.
I've got two names I'm going to name, and I think
There we go.
Bob's probably going to go yes for one and potentially no for the other. And those two names, Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson.
Aaron Rodgers,
There
yes,
we
100%,
Aaron,
100%.
Yeah, Aaron, yeah.
And I'm going to assume you're going to say no probably for Russell, right?
You are absolutely correct. I am going to say no for Russell Wilson.
Those were the two I was looking at.
Sorry, Sierra.
My opinion for Russell, had he stopped playing after Seattle, I think
No.
potentially he would have got in.
No way. No way.
You still say no?
We're talking the Hall of Fame, by the way. Hall of Fame. Not Hall of really good. Not Hall of very good. Hall of Fame.
All right. How about one that stopped playing? Andrew Luck. Does he have potential to get in?
Not the Hall of Fame.
No.
And Indy's ring of honor, yes.
Yeah, I was about to say that, yeah.
If he could have stuck it out at least another 3 years, I would say yes, but they just couldn't stop anything. I mean, he was just getting demolished.
Dude was put through the ringer.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna throw out a young receiver's name.
Uh-oh. I'm scared.
No, Devontae Smith's not in the Hall of Fame.
No, I wasn't going there. I was going with his brother.
Hey, look, no yeet.
I was gonna just out of what we've seen from his time at Tennessee and Philly, would AJ Brown be considered?
No, we're not doing this. No.
I just asked if we would consider it.
No way.
Why would you even ask? No.
I mean, name me one receiver that's went 3 straight years with 1,000 yards receiving. I think he's done it 3 straight, if I'm not mistaken.
I'd put Justin
Three straight is cute.
I'll throw out Mike Evans.
Well, yeah, I'm not. Mike Evans, I think, is a Hall of Famer.
Jerry Rice's record.
I think Mike Evans is a Hall of Famer without a doubt. I'm not saying he's not.
He wouldn't be a first ballot, but I mean, he'll be.
Ring of honor.
To be honest, I think
Reggie Wayne in first, and then we can talk about Hollywood.
Reggie Wayne should be in there. I think, honestly, Joe Burrow and Jamari Chase could potentially be Hall of Famers. But they're not there yet.
No way.
Burrow maybe close.
To what?
He could potentially be there. He just needs to. I think what's hurting Burrow, if Burrow wins a Super Bowl, I think Burrow is a Hall of Famer.
I think Jamar has a better chance of getting in the Hall before he does. Just because he had the Triple Crown.
Yeah.
There's only 4.
All right, last name, Justin Jefferson. Potential to be Hall of Fame, yes or no?
I need more.
If he stays on the track he's in, probably.
Yeah.
I need more.
Yeah.
Same.
I mean, this year
You're talking about guys that have played 5 years.
Based off the potential, I mean, yes, Justin has the potential to make the Hall of Fame. And if the trajectory stays like it was the first 4 years when he came in the league, now, like I said, this year, it hurting because of the quarterback carousel going back and forth.
And yeah,
they couldn't run the ball over there. They doubled up on him. I mean, he'd have a good game every third game, but again, he would be completely omitted from the pass game.
Do we have time where I can throw out one name?
We don't, unfortunately.